Let's just be honest for a second. When you see the names Lacey Chabert and Candace Cameron Bure together with the word shocking, your heart probably does one of two things. It either sinks or it leans in, hungry for drama. For the last few years, the entire feel-good movie world has felt divided. It's been the quiet elephant in the room. When Candace, long the reigning queen of Hallmark's Countdown to Christmas, made her high-profile move to Great American Family, GAC, it felt like a seismic shift. It wasn't just a career move, it was a statement. Then came the interviews, the talk of traditional marriage, and the subtle, and not so subtle, digs about Hallmark becoming a completely different network. Fans felt like they were in the middle of a messy breakup, being forced to choose a side. Are you Team Hallmark with its new era of inclusivity, led by the steadfast and endlessly warm Lacey Chabert? Or are you Team GAC, following Candace to a network built from the ground up on her specific faith and family values? The internet has been buzzing ever since, waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for the feud, waiting for the shocking blow-up. Well, the shocking news is finally here, but it is absolutely not what anyone expected. If you were waiting for a scandalous fight, you're in the wrong place. The truly shocking story today isn't about a rivalry. It's about how both of these incredible women just proved, in two wildly different ways, exactly why they are the undisputed queens of the holiday season. And honestly, it's more emotional than any feud could ever be. Lacey's shocking moment, the power of kindness. First, let's talk about Lacey. This year has been a quiet, uphill battle for her, and it all just culminated in a moment so pure it went viral. Earlier this year, the shocking news surrounding Lacey was ugly. A lawsuit, filed against Hallmark, revealed that a now former network executive had allegedly made a stunningly cruel comment that Lacey Chabert was getting older and the network would have to find someone like her to replace her. For any woman, hearing that is a knife to the heart. It's the kind of corporate cold-blooded comment that makes you question your worth. Here is a woman who has starred in over 40 films for the network, who has been the reliable, comforting face of the brand for years, and behind closed doors, she's allegedly being reduced to a number on a birthday card. But Hallmark's response, that was the real story. They didn't just issue a statement. They did the exact opposite of what that exec suggested. They didn't replace Lacey, they crowned her. They announced a massive, multi-year, multi-picture deal, extending her partnership beyond just movies. They gave Lacey her own product line, with her own collection of cards, gifts, and holiday decor. They greenlit a second season of her passion project, Celebrations with Lacey Chabert. In short, Hallmark looked at the woman who was the very heart of their brand and said, "You are Hallmark." And then, just yesterday, we all saw why. At a Countdown to Christmas fan event in Nashville, a video started making the rounds that has left everyone in tears. In the clip, a young fan, trembling and overwhelmed, approaches Lacey. The girl is so emotional, she can barely speak as she hands Lacey a small gift, a handmade friendship bracelet. Lacey doesn't just smile and pass it to an assistant. She doesn't just say thank you. The video shows her immediately, tenderly, putting the bracelet on her own wrist. She then pulls the weeping girl into a long, tight hug, and as she holds her, Lacey's own eyes fill with tears. That is the shocking news about Lacey Chabert. In a world that tried to tell her she was getting older, she just proved that her value has nothing to do with her age. It has to do with her heart. That genuine, tearful, human connection. That's not something you can replace. That is why she is the queen. Candace's shocking victory, the power of conviction. And then there's Candace. While Lacey was solidifying her throne at Hallmark, Candace was doing something equally shocking. She was proving that she could build her own. Let's be real. Her exit was a massive gamble, leaving the most powerful, established brand in holiday movies to be the face of a brand new, unproven network is a terrifying leap of faith. The industry was full of whispers. Can she do it? Will the audience follow? Will it work? This month, we got our answer. As the Chief Content Officer for GSA, Candace has been quietly building her empire, and the new 2025 holiday schedule just dropped, with her new movie, Timeless Tidings of Joy, right at the center. But the shocking part isn't just that she has a new movie. It's who she's starring in it with, her daughter, Natasha Bure. Think about that. The entire reason Candace said she left was to create content that perfectly aligned with her personal faith and values. Now, she's not only the boss, but she's also built a platform where she can work with her own daughter. She's creating a family legacy on her own terms in an industry that rarely allows for that. You don't have to agree with her politics or her traditional focus to respect the sheer courage of that move. She bet on herself, she bet on her audience, and she won. She's not just starring in movies, she's making them, from the ground up, exactly the way she wants to. The real story, we don't have to choose. So, what is the real shocking news about Lacey Chabert and Candace Cameron Bure? It's that in a culture that is obsessed with pitting successful women against each other, both are winning. The shock is that there is no feud. There is just two powerful, talented women who have taken two completely different paths to success, and both are succeeding. Lacey is proving that loyalty, warmth, and genuine kindness are a superpower. She's showing that you can lead with your heart and build an unbreakable bond with an audience that adores you for your authenticity. Candace is proving that conviction, faith, and a willingness to take a massive risk are their own reward. She's showing that you can build your own table instead of waiting for a seat at someone else's, and in doing so, create a legacy for your own family. The story isn't a catfight. The story is about power. One queen found her power by staying true to her home, and the other found hers by building a new one. And for us, the fans, we don't have to choose a side. We just get to watch them both shine, and that is the best holiday gift of all.